Hello everybody, it is me, Mr. Vince, and I hope you all have an amazing day today. And very good news guys, the brand new prison update just released to Roblox Jailbreak. And I do apologize if I haven't made this video yet. I was actually sleeping on the night of June 2nd. But anyway, the brand new prison update just released on June 2nd. And in this video, I'm going to talk about nearly everything that was added as part of the update. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. And you can see that the team switch menu is a little bit different because the camera actually pans over different things now. So, you know, the camera used to pan over the new map expansion as well as the city. However, as of this update, it now pans over the town, the new prison, and the city. So, now let's go ahead and talk about some new things that were added as part of the update. So first, I'll talk about the police station in the city. So the police station in the city has actually changed. Well, there is a ladder. The ladder has returned after 2 years of it being absent since the release of the police HQ. And what's even better is that the helicopter now spawns here again.
Nice.
Yep, welcome back to OG Jailbreak. The helicopter has officially returned to the city police station after its absence. So, welcome back, helicopter. It's good to see you again. Man, so many people are going to have memories about this. Like, this was a good spot to get the helicopter at, but they finally added it back in, and thank you very much, Asimo, for adding it back in. This is just amazing. And not only that, the ability to view the security cameras has kind of changed inside of the police station. So it's actually a computer instead of a board. So there used to be a board here, but it was removed because of the ladder. And you now view the security cameras from this computer. Speaking of the security cameras, one security camera has been removed in this update, and that is the sewers camera. The reason is because the sewers has been revamped. So you can only view 2 now, but they'll probably add more in the future. Your performance will definitely improve this update. So currently, the only cameras that can be viewed are the jewelry store roof exit and the bank entryway cameras. And that's it. You can't view any other camera because those cameras have been removed. So let's go ahead and talk about some other things, alright? So there is a brand new code called Summer 23. And if you do redeem Summer 23, you will actually get 10,000 cash. But you only have a few days to redeem it, and then eventually it will expire. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the grass. Because as of this update, the grass has kind of changed. The color looks a little bit different. And also, the grass will sway this direction. Because as of this update, global wind has been introduced for the first time. Although it would have been nice if global wind is random, and not like this.
Yes.
Maybe Asimo will change it in the future. We will just have to find out and see. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk about the police HQ. The police HQ has been removed, and it was replaced by a building. So, a big rest and pizza to the police HQ. Also, the police camera that used to spawn right here has been removed as well. So, a big rest and pizza, but with that being said, let's go over some other changes. So, the jewelry store has kind of changed, and I will go ahead and explain how later in the video, but you can see it's a little bit different. So there is actually a barrier there, and it has been kind of extended. So this part right here has extended a little bit, and honestly, I think it looks a little bit nicer now. Like, the joystick definitely does look a lot better. But let's go ahead and talk about a mini change that was made this update. Now, what you need to do is to buy any house, apartment, or penthouse. So I'll go ahead and buy this penthouse because why not? But there is a change regarding the furniture placement limit. But as of this update, the placement limit has been greatly increased from 64 to a whopping 192. And this is because some players complained that their penthouses are still too empty. So that is a good change. But not only that, about 30 plus new furniture items have been introduced. So if I go ahead and go over to store, as you can see, we got a lot of new furniture. We got cat plush, twin beds, the classic ice table, and so much more. Unfortunately, the confetti cannon has not released this update because Asimo said that he will make it function properly. So it is coming out next update, so please stay tuned for that. But now, let's go ahead and talk about a bug fix that was made regarding helicopter rope. So as of the June update, it is officially no longer possible to glitch through anything with helicopter rope. And this is something many of us have always wanted. So for the past 5 years, we had a bug where helicopter rope would allow glitching. However, it has officially been patched. So if you try to put helicopter rope on ground, you will get this message: fly higher to descend the rope. And that means it is no longer possible to glitch yourself inside of anything. You actually need to fly your helicopter a little bit higher in the sky. Alright, so now let's talk about a spawn change. So there is actually a spawn change to the Surus. The Surus actually has a new spawn now. So it no longer spawns in the prison, it now spawns at a modern town home. So if you want to get the Surus, you have to go over to the town. And as you can see, the Surus will spawn beside this penthouse. So that's awesome. If you have 109,000 cash, you can buy the Surus, and there you go. Alright, so now let's go ahead and go over to the prison. And a lot of you are going to freak out, but yes, guys, the prison has officially been revamped for the second time. And it's even better. And I'll go ahead and show you guys pretty much the entire prison. So guys, this is the new parking lot, and there is another one over there as well. I will get to it later. But the patrol will spawn here, and it is actually a criminal version, so you do not need to hijack the patrol to get it. As long as you are here, you can get the patrol in no time. You do need a key card to escape though, if you're not a cop. Alright, so here is a new room. Cops will spawn in here sometimes, but this is a new room. I'm pretty sure cops will spawn in here during cell time, but it's basically like a throwback to OG Jailbreak where cops used to spawn in the security office, but this has changed. We also got a security camera board over here, and you can view the security cameras from there. And the baton can now actually be picked up from the prison, so that's a pretty good change. And that's because the police HQ was removed. And there are 2 shotgun pistol tables, so that's pretty good. Alright, now I'll go ahead and talk about the cells room. The cells room has been revamped, and wow, this room looks so good. It has been refreshed, and honestly, I like this better than before. Like before, it just looked a little bit messed up, and it was just 1 floor, but now the cells room is 2 floors instead of 1. So as you can see, this is one of the new cells, and honestly, the new cells look much better. So we got a futuristic looking table as well as a nicer looking chair, although it's a little bit simple. But yeah, we also got a nicer looking toilet. Bruh. And the sinks are rectangular, which is a pretty good change. Beds have been improved, and yeah, they look even better too. We got an actual pillow now, so that's nice. Alongside, there are only 2 drawers instead of 3, so you can only put 2 items in your bed instead of 3. And there is a little mirror there, so that's good. Honestly, I still kind of dislike the color scheme as well as the design of the cells, but they don't look as bad now. And also, the cell doors are 3-dimensional again. Alright, so let's talk about this guy over here. His name is Rusty. He has been stuck in here for the past 6 years. This is the OG prison cell from 2017 pretty much. Mr. Rusty has been in here and he wants your help. He needs a donut. If you're a prisoner, you can help him out. Otherwise, you get a message that says, on the wrong team to interact with this. So, if you want to talk to Mr. Rusty, you need to be a prisoner. Otherwise, you can't help him out. Sorry. Alright, now let's talk about the stairs. The stairs are much better this update, and honestly, I think they look even better than before. And they're made out of tiles too. We also got these cell doors, and they will open up at any time as long as you're close to them, regardless of what team you're on. And then we got the Most Wanted board. It used to be called the Most Wanted board, and it was changed to the Top Criminals board, and now it's back to Most Wanted. In here, we got a telephone room, and guess what, guys? there is an Among Us Easter egg.
Bruh.
Yep, we got a red trash can. That's kind of interesting. Kind of suspicious. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the cafeteria room. And wow, the cafeteria room looks even better this update. And in addition, there is a donut here. If you have played Jailbreak back in 2017 to 2019, you will probably recognize this cafeteria. And wow, it looks so much better now. Although I wish you could spawn in the cafeteria, but of course you don't always spawn in the cafeteria. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk about some other things. And it is morning, so of course the sun's out, but it was nighttime when I was in the cafeteria. Alright, so now let's talk about the visitors building. The visitors building has returned, and you can only enter the visitors building from this door during certain times of the day. But let's go ahead and show you guys the new prison gun shop. So the prison gun shop is here, and you can actually pick up guns from the prison gun shop. But I'll go ahead and show you guys this new punching box. This is the new punching box, and if you punch it 10 times, you will take damage. And I think that is a cool change, because realistically, you will get electrocuted for punching it way too much. And for some reason, I don't know if this is a bug, but you can punch the punching box in the gun shop. So, how does that work? I don't know, it's just far beyond me. But yes, you can pick up weapons from the prison gun shop. I call it the prison gun shop because it is actually a prison gun shop. This was added because the police HQ was removed. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about this new area. This is a brand new punching box area, and it is a lot more unique because you can no longer hold E here. You actually have to follow the footsteps so you can get to the front of the prison. And now I can show you guys the prison parking lot. So this is the prison parking lot.
And a camera will spawn here.
But there is currently a bug where sometimes the camera will spawn there, and other times the camera will spawn there, with the other not spawning vice versa. But with this being said, you can pick up a free camera here, and you can just drive over there and safely get on top of the camera, then get on the building and then just escape. But you will ragdoll. That's the only downside. But other than that, you'll be good. Now, the SWAT van will spawn here, the interrogator will spawn here, the danger will spawn here, and there is another camera over there, which is a police one. But the thing is, you do need to hijack all 4 of these vehicles. That camera that will spawn there does not need to be hijacked regardless of what team you're on. But yes, like I said, there is a bug where sometimes this camera will not spawn, so please be aware of that. Hopefully the devs will fix that bug. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk about the police station. The police station looks entirely different, and honestly, I think it looks a lot better. And honestly, I like the color scheme of blue and black instead of blue and white. And there are various keycard doors. You do need a keycard to enter these doors. But yeah, also there is actually no way to automatically open up the gate, but they might add a button for that in the future. But with that being said, you can actually pick up stuff over here. You will spawn here sometimes, but yeah. Upstairs, you will see that there is a security camera board, and you can view the security cameras once again. And then over here, we obviously got the rooftop of the police station, but unlike before, there are actually 2 helicopter spawns instead of 1. Because of the police HQ's removal, the little bird will now spawn up here, and you do need to hijack this one, so please be aware of that if you're a prisoner or a criminal. But you can also get the default helicopter, and then we also got a red button here, which will open up this gate, and also there is a little bug where you can climb up this, but that will be changed. Alright, so now let's talk about the sewers. Now, ragdolling is still a problem, but hopefully they fix that. But as you can see, the sewers is entirely different. This is a dead end, and you can see the sewers is very, very cool. So what you need to do is to follow this path, and you will make it here. And then you just need to carefully get down there. You can either drop down there, or you can just take these stairs. And once you're down here, then you'll be able to face some challenges, alright? So when you're in here, you need to go right. They did kind of fix up the sewage, so it looks a little bit better now. But yeah, you'll be dragged by the sewage, and you do not need to crawl for these, but it's probably best that you do, because you might actually get stuck. You won't take damage, but you just gotta be a little bit careful. There are 3 signs: caution, drop the head, and the skull. You need to actually land here, because if you fall down there, you will oof, because you will take damage from that, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. But you have to jump on these pipes, and your goal is to escape these sewers. And there are some very cool things that you can do in here, and I think this is just sick. Now, you can climb up this ladder and escape the sewers from there, which will actually lead you to the very front of the prison, or you can just keep on going and go over to that exit, and you will be able to immediately get yourself a Camaro without having to spawn in any vehicle. And yeah, it's a little bit time consuming, but with that being said, unlike before, you cannot enter these entrances. You can only enter the sewers from those 2 entrances that are located inside of the main prison. With that being said though, there is currently a bug where you can open up the sewers by ragdolling on the sewers. But sometimes this does not happen, but for some reason I didn't ragdoll, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again. So if I go ahead and do this, as you can see, the sewers will open up and you can safely get in here. So yeah, but if I go ahead and fall in here, I will oof, and yep, I just oofed, so yeah. Alright, so if I go ahead and zap myself, as you can see, there is no blue square that is located right here. It was removed. So you can only spawn at the prison, the city police station, or the military base. But with that being said, I'll go ahead and show you guys a vent. Yes, the vent is still here. And if you want to enter it, well, you're free to do so. And unlike before, you do not need a key card, so that's pretty cool. And there is a fan blowing me, so you gotta be careful. But yeah, this is a way to get inside of the visitor's room, but yeah, it's a little bit messy, but it does work. So if I go ahead and drop down here, yep, I'm inside of the visitor's room, and then I can just simply escape, and voila, I just got out of the visitor's room, and it's closed. And then over here, we got the contracts board, and obviously it will show you your contracts, so nothing too different there. But yeah, over here we got the crew board, and this is the yard. Yep, it has been revamped. The small soccer ball that used to be here has been removed, unfortunately. But yes, this is the new yard. It is pretty cool. And also, there is a brand new roll feature. It is currently in beta, and everyone has access to it. But this roll feature is very cool. If you want to activate it, you need to either press Control on your keyboard, and I just pressed Control. You can also press left stick while moving on the controller, like that. Or you can just press the roll button itself if you're on mobile. Now, for those playing on controller, both the crawl and the roll buttons have the same keybind. So if you're not moving, you can crawl. Otherwise, if you are moving, you will use the roll feature. And yeah, it is a little bit buggy, especially if you're on a controller. But yeah, people will get used to this eventually. But since it is an experimental feature, it might be removed based on community feedback. But I still think this is a very cool feature. So yeah. And then we also got some other things like the water tower over there, the satellite, a crane, and some construction. And then we obviously got the new watchtowers and the spotlights. And over here, we also got a cool little explosive wall. And you do need a C4 to explode this. So if you do have a C4 and a C4 ammo, you can escape with that explosive wall. So now I'll go ahead and become a prisoner so I can show you guys some other things. So if I go ahead and go over to the cafeteria, I can actually pick myself up a donut. So if I go ahead and get myself a donut, I will be able to give Mr. Rusty the donut. And when you do give Rusty a donut, you'll get a random item. Sometimes he will give you nothing. So he got me a C4 on my first try, but I'll go ahead and show you guys the explosive wall and how you can escape via the explosive wall with just a C4. So you do need at least one C4, and you have to properly throw it on that explosive wall without getting arrested or oofed, because you don't want that to happen, am I right? But the thing is, you can escape the prison using the explosive wall over here. So if I go ahead and throw a C4 here, and then, well, I got it on my arm. But if I go ahead and explode the C4 by this explosive wall, as you can see, the explosive wall explodes realistically, and you can safely escape the prison. Also, these spotlights will detect you if you are a criminal. So as you can see, the spotlight has detected me, and you will walk slower inside of the spotlight, which I think is very, very cool. So I get it to detect me again, and as you can see, I am detected by the spotlight, but of course it will detect the nearest criminal. But yeah, there is also something I want to show you guys. There are 3 new vehicle skins that were introduced, and even though I bought all 3, I will go ahead and show you guys the vehicle skins on the Boxer. So the first one is called the Watermelon skin. So if I go ahead and go up here, this is the Watermelon skin. It is 50,000, and honestly, I think this one looks very good. We also have the Nuclear Waste skin, and it is also 50k. So this is the Nuclear Waste. A lot of people really like this one, but honestly, I like the Watermelon the most. But then we have the Dragon Scale. The Dragon Scale is 100,000, and it is the most expensive of the 3. And it looks alright, but I prefer the Watermelon out of the 3 because it just looks very good. All these were created by Leon, so he did a pretty good job making these skins. Alright, now there are a few other things that I want to mention. So the first one is a change with the jewelry store. The jewelry store glitch has been fixed, and basically for those wondering, there used to be a bug where you could actually glitch outside of the jewelry store, and that glitch has been fixed because the vents will close down super fast. So as you can see, the vents just went down so fast, and that means the glitch has officially been fixed. Like, man, it took so long. The jewelry store also looks a little bit different, and you can see that, yeah, it does look a little bit different than before, but obviously that's because of some changes that had to be made regarding the jewelry store glitches. Alright, OG Jailbreak players, you'll be surprised by this, but an Easter egg has returned inside of the sewer. So if you remember this Easter egg, you are definitely an OG Jailbreak player. But the pizza Easter egg has officially returned. And I think it is here. Yep, the pizza Easter egg has returned. We got those 4 turtles just chilling at the pizza. And I'm not gonna lie, this Easter egg is very, very cool. But yeah, now let's go ahead and talk about some other things, alright? So we're still currently in Season 15, and Season 16 is not going to happen until this Friday or this Saturday. That means we're getting an update 2 this month, and update 2 is going to introduce Season 16. And not only that, as Asimo confirmed, there is going to be a brand new Radiant this Friday, which means this is your last week to get Radiant Purple, and then we're most likely getting Radiant Red. And if you guys are excited for Radiant Red, please feel free to let me know. Alright, so I am actually on an alt account that does not have the Pro Garage, because there is one last thing that I forgot to mention in this video. So as of this update, any player that does not have the Pro Garage can now spawn almost any vehicle that is worth 100k or less. Other than the season vehicles, you can spawn in any vehicle that is worth 100k or less. So that means the highest that you can get is the Lamb Matador, the 100k version of the NASCAR, and the semi-truck. So yeah, but with that being said, you still cannot customize your vehicles without the Pro Garage outside of any garage, unless if you're driving the semi-truck. Honestly, this is a good change for those without the Pro Garage, and it makes free-to-play a little bit better. Like, you can finally drive the Lambo without Pro Garage. Do you think this is a good change? Please feel free to let me know. But yeah, guys, that is all we got. Honestly, the game icon in the thumbnail look really good. I love the game icon better now. I think Asimo just changed his mind about how the game icon should look, and I think he definitely did a good job making it. Because the prisoner guy in the game icon looks like Mr. Rusty, and I like that. I think it looks really nice. But with that being said, I think this update is pretty good. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And I think this is not the best update, but it's definitely way better than most of the updates we got this year. But yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe as well. And honestly, I loved this video so much. It was super fun to make, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. But as always, my name is Mr. Vince. I hope you all have an amazing day today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
We were traveling mountains just to find